Hey guys, this is Mason here. I'm just doing a quick video on the difference between satellite controlled watches and atomic watches. So they're both, the one on the left is the Satellite Wave F150, and the one on the right is the Citizen Perpetual Chrono AT, which is the radio controlled one. So on the left there's GPS controlled, and on the right there's atomic, or radio controlled. So I'm just going to go ahead and do each one. So we see that it's received a signal, and here that's spun around to medium, so we see that that's received a signal. I'm going to go ahead and start the reception of the time for the satellite wave here. And we can just go ahead and see how long that'll take. So I think that was around 6 seconds, and the time is exact again. And we're going to go ahead and try that on the radio controlled watch. And that's going to take maybe a few minutes, or it might not receive at all. But the seconds hand you can see is spun around to RX. And I'm actually just going to go ahead, and while this one's working, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the GPS, this F150, and we'll see if that receives a signal again, which it will, but this time it's just closer up so you can see better. So that seemed like it was 5 seconds this time, and that's the exact time. So that mode on the F150, that mode is called RX time mode, and you can see it up there between 10 and 11 o'clock. It says RX time, and it also says no, okay, and then RX GPS. So if you press and hold, if you press the lower pusher, the lower button there, the lower button, it will show you if the satellite reception for the time signal was successful or not. So let me just go ahead and show you what I mean. So I'm going to push the lower button. It displays as okay because I've received a time signal, and it received it successfully. So the other mode that this watch has is called RX GPS, and that mode is used for when you travel or when you don't know where you are. So if you don't know where you are, you can press and hold the upper right hand button here and hold. And it's spun first to the time zone, which I'm in New York time zone right now, and now it's spun to RX GPS. And this mode will take a little bit longer, but it receives location information as well as time information. So this method takes a little bit longer, but it's useful if you don't know where you are or you don't feel like manually changing time zones. So this should take around 30 seconds. It can be as fast as 30 seconds, I believe, or as slow as a minute or two. Oh, and my radio controlled watch is showing up as medium right now, which means that the reception, the signal strength is at medium, but it still has not received signal yet in this whole time. And while the radio controlled watch has been trying to get time information, my GPS watch has successfully received the time information twice already, and I'm sure I could have done it 5 more times at least still. There you go. So the F150 has successfully received the location information and has updated the location as well as the time. And we'll go over zoom to the perpetual chrono, or world chrono there. Just going to go ahead and keep letting it do its thing. So as long as the F150, the GPS controlled timepiece, has line of sight to the sky, it will be able to receive both location and time information, either or both. So in my eyes, the satellite wave has a definite leg up over the these atomic, these radio controlled watches. So now the seconds hand is moved to low, which means that the watch is receiving a low signal or a weak signal. Over at 1 and 2 o'clock, you can see there's a scale that says H, M, and L, and that means high, medium, and low. Of course, it's now not focusing. So I believe, so it just beeped, and now it's resuming normal timekeeping. So I believe it was successful, but that took a fair amount of time. Let's just see. So okay, yes, it was received with low signal strength, but that means that the time is now exact on my radio-controlled watch. And then another thing, there's time zones down at 6 o'clock. I'm trying to get it to focus. I guess it won't focus. Okay, it just has to be at that distance. So I'm going to go ahead and switch time zones to Chicago, and you'll see how long it takes for the hands to move around, because they all are connected to one motor, so they all have to move together. So it's moving to the Chicago time, and you can see how you can use the seconds hand to see how long it's going to take. Oh. Okay, not too long. So now we're in Chicago time on my radio control watch, and let me just show you as a comparison how long it'll take for the seconds to move, or for the hands to move, sorry, on my F150. Sorry, this camera's being difficult. So with the F150, I'm going to go ahead and just pick it up. With the F150, it's a matter of pulling the crown out and turning the crown one click, and that's it. That took maybe 3 seconds. So now we're in Chicago time on the satellite wave, and you can see they're both exact. Oh, actually, you know, this is interesting too. They're not both the exact same time, because I believe, I'm not sure which one's correct. Maybe the radio-controlled watch is actually correct, because the summertime or daylight savings time information does not carry over time zones for the F-150. So if you change time zones for the F-150, you have to keep in mind if daylight savings time is in effect for the time zone you're traveling to. That's just a quick comparison of each one. There you go.